What is going on, YouTube? So I'm coming on here to make a video because I haven't made one in quite some time, and this is gonna be a little bit more of like a personal video, I guess. And I'm just gonna like kind of tell you guys what I'm going through and what I'm thinking about. So the last couple of months, I would say like this has been longer than a month. The last year or so, I've been bored, and I've been bored partially because I have ADHD. So when things don't stimulate me anymore, it's very easy for me to lose focus and not be able to focus on something because I don't know what to focus on. And also because I realized that most of my success that I've had in my life around business has always been a result of me operating out of a scarcity mindset. And it's been operating out of a scarcity mindset that basically forced me to do things that I naturally would not do. So naturally, I'm not necessarily the type of person who chases money. Like, that's just not who I am as a person. But underneath the conditions of scarcity, I was. And so it was me operating like that that basically kind of helped me in some degree to make money. But now that I'm at a place where I feel pretty confident that I can make money with anything that I choose to make money with, I've been having an issue because I don't know what to choose to make money with, right? And so most of my opportunities come from consulting and stuff like that. Like, I have a lot of clients that I work with and stuff. Actually just landed a pretty big contract that I'll talk about at some point in the future. But, aside from that, I've been coaching people and helping people to become their best selves in business and in life. It started off as like a business offer, and then people started asking me questions about how to improve this area of their life and that area of their life. And I've been doing sort of like life coaching, I guess you could say. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I need to take a step back because I've been having joy, at least for the past few years, in creating content on YouTube. But even this isn't really fulfilling for me that much anymore. I kind of see it as a tool to get in front of people that I can potentially help. But a lot of people don't seem to want help, right? So because a lot of people don't seem to want help, it feels like diminishing returns to keep making videos on YouTube. So I started thinking about, creating content on Twitter, because if I'm using content as a form of expression, then I would say the best form of expression for myself is probably written content. So I'm like, okay, Twitter and Substack, I'm going to write about different things. But then there's an issue of like figuring out what topic do I want to focus on, because there's so many topics that I'm interested in. Like right now, this is a book that I'm reading because I'm trying to become better at writing. And this is like for nonfiction writing. And then the next book that I'm going to read is On Writing by Stephen King. But then after that, I'm also going to be reading a whole bunch of different books by Carl Jung. I find myself very interested in Jung's work recently, which is all psychology based and understanding yourself and stuff like that. And I get personal insights from it because I can take what he's saying and basically apply it to my life, and I can understand myself more, because as a kid growing up, and I will say now even as an adult, I never really knew what my passion was. I never really knew what I wanted to do. I feel like now I'm starting to come more to a realization of what it is. And I think it's honestly like psychology, right? I think understanding our brains and understanding how people work and understanding myself and looking more into like introspection and stuff like that, and then sharing what I'm learning with other people, mindset. Like, I'm very, very passionate about that. And so all of this to say that, I've been going down this huge rabbit hole of trying to focus and pick one thing. Everybody on YouTube says that when you're creating content or when you're doing a project, you need to have a niche. And then after you get a niche, then you broaden that horizon. But I started to realize that for me, it doesn't work like that. I'm way too multifaceted to want to just focus on one thing. And when I focus on one thing, it's just going to feel as if it is being forced. And if it feels like it's being forced, I'm not going to want to do it, right? So, and the only reason why I was able to like force everything else before was because I was operating from a place of not being healthy. I would say that I'm in a way more healthier mindset now, or state of mind now, than I was years ago. Like, it's just night and day. And so even if I feel like, let's say like there's been decisions that I've made where it has honestly felt like my world was coming crashing in because maybe I made the wrong decision, but for some way or for some reason, it always works itself out, right? And so I'm starting to be a little bit more comfortable with just trusting my gut and just trusting that everything will work out. So, what am I going to do? So, I've been trying to figure out, okay, like, what am I genuinely interested in? And that's been really hard, to want to create content about. And this has nothing to do about creating content. This is just literally about my life. And if you're going through the same thing, you can take it and apply what I'm saying in this video to your life. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to find everything in my life that I'm discontent with. So at one point, I was very discontent with my weight. So I went and I focused on losing weight, and I lost weight and I gained it back, right? So I have to do that again. But there's like other areas in life. Like, I'm an extreme introvert. While I like being introverted and I like being to myself, I also recognize the importance of meeting new people and building relationships. So that's an issue that I need to fix, right? There's like, eating habits. There's like understanding what I like, being just more social, stuff like that. And what I'm basically going to do is take all of the things that I don't like in my life that I'm discontent with, and then categorize them into different buckets of things for me to work on, and then basically manage my life like I'm managing multiple projects for a client. And so in doing that, I get to escape the trap of being bored, because the only reason why I'm bored is because obviously I might have too much time and I need to, basically reduce the amount of time that I have to focus on being bored. So that means I have to do more stuff and be more busy. But then I also don't want to do more things around things that's not going to benefit me to my liking. So to benefit myself, I have to pick the things that I'm discontent with. And that's why I started here. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the things I'm discontent with, and then I'm going to focus on them. And I'm just going to make myself so busy and so hyper-focused on accomplishing multiple things. And then in 3 months, I'll probably come back and report. But if you want to follow my journey on what I'm doing, and I'm telling you right now, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm very raw and unfiltered with things that I post. Like, I might post about relationship stuff, or I might post about like just a ton of different things that I'm going through. I'm extremely raw on Twitter. Like, I'm just letting you know. It's not the same as what you see on YouTube, right? I think my camera's out of focus. Let me just try to fix that. Okay, there we go. And so yeah, I'm gonna just focus on fixing this stuff, and then talk about what I'm doing and document it on Twitter. And it's gonna be things from like fitness to mental health to relationships to eating. Like, it's just gonna be a multitude of different things. And so I would encourage you to do the same thing. I don't know how I'm going to track this, but that's what I'm going to be focused on working on in a bit. And so maybe I'll document it. Like, maybe I'll just come online on YouTube every now and then and give an update on what I'm learning. And just, if you have questions, you can leave it in the comments. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And if this is interesting to you and you want to follow along and do the same thing, then I don't know, hit me up. Email me, dre@dreshawnryan.com. I have a Discord group with a bunch of people that I, do life coaching with, and like business coaching and career coaching and blah, 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 blah. If it's interested, hit me up. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.